we're going to do the test week for basically, I think this is phase 7. Um, this test week for phase 7. 7 being the beginning. The beginner was like 1 through 4. And then this is 5, 6, and 7 so far. I think there's only, it goes through 8 or 9. Actually, I think it might just be 8. Let's see. Yeah, it goes through 8. So there's only 8. So intermediate is 4 through 8, or 5 through 8, and beginner is 1 through 4. And so I haven't streamed in a little bit. I've been doing the workouts. I've been getting them all done. I'm actually a little ahead. I've probably finished them. I think I kind of overlapped a couple of them. Test week, I tend to blend in with others. I'm going to do both days of test week today. So it's only 8 exercises. It's one exercise. It's just a test to see how far I've gotten. Um, I do note that if you look at these numbers, are really small. In fact, the exercises I've been doing in previous weeks, like pull-ups and dips, all of these things, except the hold, we've done in the previous week's worth of exercises, and they all have numbers that are like 8 to 15. So hopefully, you're doing at least the number on these exercises. Now these these all have a difficulty of 10. That's what you're looking at there in the upper right corner. What that means is that's supposed to be at your hardest level. So the test week isn't really pushing you. It's meant for those people who are really kind of just trying to get to this point. Or you at this point maybe you're still struggling with the dips, and you're still struggling with the pull-ups. This is where you would hope to be, is somewhere in 3 to 8. It's giving you a chance to fall in that 3 to 8 range is basically all that's happening. And if you're falling in that 3 to 8 range, hopefully you're closer to the 8 even more. If you're above this number, great. There's no really reason. I mean, you can push yourself just to see that you're farther and how much better you're doing so you can compare against previous test weeks. I don't really track my test weeks. I do have them in here, and I could probably go look back and look, but they're not called test weeks in my workout. I just call them weighted pull-up, weighted tricep dip. So it's just a workout that I did one set that day. But sometimes I go through and then if I do decide to do the following week, it might have the same exercises, and then I go through and just add more exercises. So it's a little bit of a little difficult for me to track where I was. But ultimately, I kind of know where I'm at, right? So hopefully, like for me, I think last time I was somewhere between 9 and 12 pull-ups. Dips, I can do way more than 8. I usually do it with a vest on. So I'm usually, adding 22 pounds to my weight. Um, and then hollow body hold, I don't think they've had that before, where you just basically hold the position. So that's going to be new, but you can make it more difficult. I still think that's going to be kind of easy. It's only 30, 45 seconds, but a hold is challenging. It's like doing a leg lift where you, a parallel leg lift or a leg lift while a hanging leg lift, and holding it. It's actually pretty difficult. So 10, 15 seconds is actually a long time. A hollow body hold, probably not as difficult, especially if you're in the bear position. That's the easiest form, where your knees are above your body. Um, Let me turn on my chat here. And I didn't actually, I also did not turn on, I did not set the stream information, so let me go do that. Hold on, I got some, let's see here. All right, so this is not that. Let's see, we got, let's see, it's CaliMove, and this is week, let's see, intermediate week, intermediate week 10, test week. And then, let's see here. Okay, so hopefully that's fixed. Let's try this again. All right, chat's up. And I can put that back over here so I can get it out of my view. Just trying to get things organized. Sorry about that. Let's see here. We got, oops. Um, and, okay. Okay, I think I got it back to track. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna do it. So it'll be 8 exercises. If I feel it, have the juice, the energy to focus, the desire, I will try to attempt week 1 of this phase, which would actually be this. This workout here is just the pull-ups, the dips. The thing is, we do 4 sets of each, so it's 16, and I will have already done 8. So that's 24. Not too bad, but you have long breaks during the test week because you're supposed to get lots of rest, so you make sure that you're fully fresh when you do the next test. We'll see. But I think I'm mostly set up, so it shouldn't take too long to get going here. And I just got to make my transitions, and we will get going. Okay, so for the first workout, first item on the docket is pull-ups. Now remember, these are fully extended pull-ups and they're slow down pull-ups. What do you call them? You have your primary lift, which is the pull, which is a hard, supposed to be hard, quick pull-up, and then a slow down, which is the antagonistic, or I don't know, it's antagonistic direction. I forgot what it's called. There's a term for it, but it's the reverse. Nope, nope, go away. Now we're gonna go strength, because that's what today is. All right, here we go. So first things first, we're gonna start with. Uh, Problem is, I am a little warm. I did do back yesterday. I did I did a lot of shoulder work. I did some pulls. I did a lot of stuff yesterday. So this might be a little more challenging than I'm expecting. Plus, I can feel a muscle tweak in my back, and I'm hoping that's not an issue. I don't know if it's an injury or if it's just a weird muscle thing. So it may stop me. We'll see. I haven't done any. What did I do? Did I do any pull-ups yesterday? I did not do pull-ups, but I did face pulls, and I did them at pretty high weight. So my back is stiff. I probably should have stretched, even though I did spend a little time on the bike. But that just gets the blood pumping. It doesn't really do anything for the muscle motion. Usually, I like to try to do some kind of warm up uh, before I do the test week or anything. To be honest, the first lift of anything is not your best. I don't think. So, I mean, doing a test week where you just start is probably not the best way to do it, because the first couple are going to be kind of rough. All right. All right. I've had a cold lately, so if I sound congested, it's because I am. I'm gonna hang for a second. This is me just trying to warm up. Getting the blood to start flowing to those muscles. That's like when I notice when I'm twisting there, I can feel that tweak in my back. I'm being lazy. I just don't want to overexert. Yeah, I could feel that muscle tweak back there. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Maybe I should do these in reverse grip. It'll be a slightly different form, but okay. So one of the things you want to do when you're doing pull-ups too, um, is you're trying to go higher than your neck, if you can. In fact, if you could pull it down to your chest, even better. So what I try to do when I'm doing the full pull-ups once I get going is I try to get it to where my head kind of goes up past here. So you won't be able to see the top of my head from that direction. um, if I am doing it right, but I get tired, so then I start doing it where I'm only going up to. I try to even bump my head if I can. All right, let's do this. Fully. All right, we'll take it. 12. Uh, Setting my timer for rest. And then we'll get going on to the next one. So it's 12. 12 reps. Okay. Now, part of this thing is the breaks are really long. It's kind of irritating. Hey, Big Food. I've been doing all right. I've been working out, been doing my thing. I just haven't been streaming them. Problem is, okay, this is one of the things with CaliMove. It's very repetitive. You're doing a lot of the same exercises for all 4 weeks. And so I may or may not be doing a few more reps, a few more sets. They don't really mix it up. They just increase the intensity a little bit as the 4 weeks go on. So it makes it kind of, um, I don't know, just it's not much to see. So I'm doing these workouts. I try to do like the early ones, and then I finish the section, and I go on, and then I'll do the next session. And it takes me 3 to 4 weeks to do the next session. So that's part of why I haven't been streaming as much, because there's no variety in these workouts. I mean, that is the one knock against this Cali move. Yes, it allows you to improve and get better at the workouts, but it's not great for streaming because it's like, did you just do this? It's like, yeah, pretty much. There's not much, like I said, there's not much in the variety sense. Um, but I am getting a little bit stronger, a little faster, or a little bit more productive at it. But so we'll see how that goes. So I did 12. And I think the weight's about right on that. So we'll go here. Now, weighted tricep dip. Again, I put these in as weighted workouts. The exercises on here are all body weight. Everything you do in CaliMove is pretty much body weight. But they do have progressions that allow for weights. And so I put these in as weighted so that I can add weight at my will. Dips, I almost always have to add weight in order for me to do anything. You can see I did 12. This workout says push towards 8. And so it's not terribly. Oh, let's go back to the actual thing I'm doing here. That's the first day of the workout. This is actually what I'm doing, the test week right now. See how it goes 3 to 8? It says 10, but yet you're supposed to do the same 3 to 8 on the workout, and it's supposed to be an 8 effort. So you're actually supposed to do less than the test. The test is supposed to push you to the limits, right? This doesn't really push you to the limits. It's kind of a weird way they do testing. Okay, so anyway, 3 minutes is up. Let's go do the next one. Actually, it says rest for 5 to 10 minutes. That's another thing. Test week really does not want you to have any exhaustion. But I mean, dips, opposite pull-ups is not much of a, I mean, the opposite exercises. You're really not doing much shared movements or shared muscles there. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to take really long breaks, especially 10. It says 5 to 10 minutes, which is insanely long. But I gotta do weights. This will put my total weight on this to about 206 right now. I usually, like I say, dips are pretty close to your full body weight if you're measuring weight, because if you weigh 184, and I always tell people you should count your body weight, and any extra weight you put on, add to your body. Now, certain things you may not count because, if you want to take off 20% for your arms because they're not actually being lifted, okay, I kind of get it. But everything else you're lifting, right? So you're doing the whole body. That's the way you can compare your body weight effort to if you were actually pushing down on a tricep machine. And you're going to go, man, at home I can do 25 dips. And then on the body machine, I put on 200 and I can barely do 10. It's like, because you're not comparing weight. If you weigh 250 and you're doing a bunch and then you go do 180, it's like so much easier to do 180 weight than I do when I do body weight, which is no weight at all, which is wrong because your body weight is weight. And so you got to consider how much weight that is in order to compare against other exercises. Okay, here we go. Man, I am so sore from yesterday's workout. I went to the gym. That's another thing about this CaliMove. I'll tell you in a second here. Let's do this. Now I could have went a lot farther than 15, but I'm going to see if I can squeeze in the actual workout. So I'm just doing kind of what I consider a good max number for the workout. Um, anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say something about the CaliMove. Forgot. Okay, dips 15. If I had to say another thing about the CaliMove stuff, it's a little I don't think they do a good job at measuring your numbers, to be honest. As far as the amount you should be doing. Why are we still doing 3 to 8 2 weeks in? Two or 2 weeks into intermediate. To be honest, if you're not doing 3 to 8, the three part or in the 3 to 8 range, by this point, you're probably pretty far behind, or you're not doing your exercises. And I will say this, I got to be honest, um, I've been doing more than this workout. I have improved, gotten stronger in things, improved a lot of things that I've had problems with, but I've also been doing more. I mean, like I run, do some cardio 1 day a week. I go to the gym and swim 1 day of the week, or some other thing at the gym. And then I go, like, I've been going to the gym and doing muscle up workouts where I'm actually doing extra things to help me get in better at the pull-ups and the pulling stuff, like shoulder rotations and in-out rotations and face pulls and um, other exercises like that. So it's kind of I mean, I'm doing extra. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad, but just saying, if the extra is more progress, then I'm not doing exactly what this workout entails, right? Now, to be honest, I think a lot of this workout, from even through the intermediate, I can already do. The things that I've struggled with that I've actually improved quite a bit with is full range pull-ups, that is all the way down until my arms are fully extended, and pistol squats. I can go a lot farther down than I used to. I could barely go anywhere. Now I'm getting close to all the way. I'm getting pretty close to all the way down, I think. Today, in fact, I'm going to try and go a little lower than I have in the past. I haven't gotten all the way down yet. I don't really have the balance yet. I'm kind of getting there. I can do a couple of them with my foot never touches the ground, but it's still challenging. Um, okay, so we got the next thing we got. It's been 3 minutes of my 5 to 10. Now I got to go do the holds, hollow body holds. Plus, one of the things I've noticed, well, I've been recovering from a cold for the last week. And boy, that has got me dragging some days. I mean, I'm struggling to even keep I mean, it's like I could do the lift, like I'll start and I can finish the lift, but it's just like sometimes when I get towards the end, I'm like, ugh. I just can't. Or I'm doing cardio, and it's like I keep coming to these points where it's like I'll be out running or doing something on whatever exercise, and I just have to stop and catch my breath. I can pick up and go again, but it's just like my energy levels are like they're not. I can't get a constant state of flow. Okay, so now we're doing hollow body holds. Now, hollow body holds to me are going to be too easy. Again, if you are doing CaliMove and if you haven't really been doing any exercise, and you just tell yourself, you know what, I just want to get something going. I want to get better at, I want to get back in shape. I think I'm going to take on this CaliMove, right? Um, then you're going to find that this is probably a pretty challenging workout. I think if you are already in pretty good shape, but you struggle with, say you've already been a pretty good you're a runner or maybe even a tennis player, you're pretty fit, you're strong, you got a lot of good muscle strength, but you don't do calisthenics purely. You do a lot of weights, a lot of sprints, but you don't do a lot of body weight exercises. And you're like me in a lot of ways. You might find that it's better to do. This might be a pretty good workout for you, but you're probably going to want to start at intermediate or even maybe even phase whatever the part three is, which I think they call advanced, or I don't know, whatever comes next. I don't think it's advanced, but I would think it's hard and then advanced. I don't know. We'll see, because I got 2 weeks left, and then I'm on to the next one. We'll see. That's part three. There's 5 parts. So anyway, how long have I gone? 5:42. All right. So now I'm going to set my timer for this hollow body hold. Sorry, that one camera is not going to be in very good. It's not. It's too close. I can't really get on the thing here. So it's gonna be a big guess here. All right, so with the hollow body hold, you're basically gonna start here, and then you're lifting up, and you're trying to get your butt off the ground, and your shoulders off the ground, and this is what you're doing for 45 seconds, or as long as it says. Okay, you can make it more complicated by keeping your shoulder. You want the back to always be on the ground, like this, no arching, and you could extend yourself out like that. And the more you extend, the harder it'll be. Ready? Here we go. Shoulder up, butt up if you can. Now this is supposed to be a max hold or test at least 45 seconds. I'm already more than half. All right. I just wanted to go to 60. That was good. I probably could have went a little longer. Like I said, that's a new one. I haven't actually done hollow body holds before. So we've done a lot of hollow body lifts or crunches or whatever, hollow body crunch. A hold is definitely more difficult, of course, because your muscles stay engaged. They don't get to relax. Um, so there you go. There's the first day of exercise, or first day of test week. That's all it is. It's pretty basic. Oh no, it's only 3. Never mind. Ignore me. I got one more to go. All right, so we're gonna do elevated pistol squat. The reason they call this elevated is it's basically um, if you want to make it more challenging, like you're having trouble getting your leg out so it doesn't rest on the ground, you could do it on a block and lift yourself up. Now, there's advantages to both, right? So you can lift yourself up on a block, and you might be able to get a little bit more range on the foot on the exercise, but you also you're not working the balance angle as much. And really, what a pistol squat is the ability to go all the way to the floor, not all the way just down. So you're actually going for a little bit more than that. So ultimately, the goal is going to be to do on the floor. So I've been trying to pick lower and lower things where my butt can touch, but not rest. So as soon as I feel it, I push back up and try to get the balance part of it in. And I'm getting better. I can do it from the bench position. I haven't gotten any farther, but if I want to try to get full range, I might want to try to use my block, which Ideally, I might work on getting my foot out while on the block, but you got to be careful. You don't want to tip the block over. I haven't tried that yet. I think I might. Let's try it. Let's see here. I've been doing it on the bench, and I was thinking about doing it on the bench today again. But I'm going to see. I haven't tried one of these elevated ones yet. Now, when I use my thing here, I like to use a board. It spreads out the weight of your foot, so depending on the size of your feet, you're not putting an impression in, because this is a very hard sponge, is what it is. So it's not going to be as, you're not going to be able to hold as much stability. And so my goal is to try to, so like here, this would be your full range, right? So if I was coming down and my foot was out in front of me right now, this would be a full range pistol squat. Because my leg is down to the point where if I was flexed, it would touch right here. This would be contact, and that's it. You know, you can't really go farther short of being, I mean, down to here. But I don't think. Let's see, I'm putting a lot of weight on the inside of this. I'm gonna have to consider that fact. I wonder if I turned this like this, it would be better. Make it more stable. Put more weight of this block over here. Huh. All right, well, we're going to try it this way. 3 to 8. You can put your foot down. Try not to. The goal is to go down as far as you can without releasing the pressure on this leg. Okay, so once you're up, and then you go down as far as you can, and hopefully you can come back up without, because if you go all the way down and you push off here, then you're not really doing a pistol squat, right? Because this foot's not even supposed to be down there. Yeah, see, this wants to tip. I don't know if that's gonna work. I could feel it. It's like leaning. It's trying to come in. So this might not work. I'd have to. I don't know. I could probably put something over there. I don't know. I mean, I weigh 180 pounds, so the counterweight would have to be pretty. All comes down to how well this wants to crunch. See, I'm doing it totally wrong. This is not the way you're supposed to do it. I'm lifting myself up all the way. It's basically a step up. Okay, we're going to go back to the bench. I'm not ready for that. I'm not advanced enough. All right, here we go. Trying to figure out how best to set the camera. All right, let's try that. All right. So the goal here is, like I said, go down to the butt. How long have I been? 6 minutes. Well, I'm in the 5 to 10 range. So let's go. Again, so this is pistol squat. The first couple are always the hardest on this, to be honest. And I do kind of touch my foot at first, or heck, even towards the end when I get tired. It's 3 to 8, easy. There should be. All right, 15. I was thinking I wanted to go lower, go down my butt touches the slope, but I didn't. Besides, I think I might have another chance in the next workout. First one's hard. You know, oddly enough, it may not seem like it, the way I was moving, that's getting a lot easier. I've been struggling to get to 15, and that was really easy. I could have done 5 more. So well, that's good. I really do got to lower the height though. My wife's been kind enough to help me look for jobs. Thing is, a lot of times I've already applied for them because I apply for like 3 jobs a day. So if she's finding anything that I haven't seen already, I do apply because, boy, that's a long one. Omaha, Nebraska. She likes the Nebraska ones. She's looking like a lot of Colorado and Nebraska. uh, Nebraska's where her family's from. Colorado's where my family's from. We have family in both places, and so she's trying to hint. I mean, we're not. I mean, hopefully it's a remote positions. I mostly look at remote positions so that I could be wherever. But you know, we'll see. I could end up moving to Colorado. We'll see. I don't really want to move to Nebraska, but I'm not. You know, I'll listen. I'll try out anything. At this point, it's more important to get the job and not worry about the other details at the moment. Can't be picky. Bakers can't be choosers, right? All right, so that's day 1. Easy peasy. Let's go on to day 2. First things first, we got to do the single leg glute bridge pause. Basically, you're going to go up and hold it. And I find these to be, I don't know, I've been using weights and I don't think they're great. I don't really care for this workout. It's not hard. It's boring and feels not difficult. Okay, so I'm going to use this, and then to be honest, I don't know the best way to do this. I haven't done this yet with this and I'm not going to add a ton of weight, but I am going to add weight. I'm just testing to see how this bench works for this. Okay, I think we're okay. Now I could probably, I'm gonna do my big bar. Problem is I don't know what my room situation is for big bar. Yeah, this cold has been a pain in the tush, I tell you. It's been dragging me down. And again, I'm going through a lot of effort here to do an exercise that I'm only going to do 3 to 8. You know what? Maybe I won't. Let's just get out of the way. 3 to 8, is that really all it is? Is it 8 to 15? Oh, it's 8 to 15. It's still stupid easy. I'd rather just skip it. Because this is just one of those that I'm like, I don't know. But you do need to get the leg workout in. Because I feel like you don't really ever get as much exercise in as you think on these. Let's see, how far does this stick out? It sticks out pretty dang far. Where am I? Oh. All right. All right. That should work. What a pain. Because it's not an easy way to lift it up short of putting on like 45-pound plates. Or at least, I don't know, maybe 25-pound plates. I could do 45-pound plates, but again, it's a lot of work for an 8 to 15 exercise. Considering I've done this with like 350 pounds on it before, and I can't do 350 pounds at home because I don't have 350 pounds worth of weights. I think I only can do like 200 and some. I think right now I can maybe do 225, 220 if I put every single weight I have on here. So yeah, I got a pretty low. We'll call it a body weight plus gym at home. I don't have a full on body weight or a full on gym here. So all right, let's do this. We'll see how well I can get underneath this thing. 6 minutes. So when you have a year to do stuff. See, just getting this on is going to be a pain in the rear because it's too low. I don't even need this pad for such a low weight. It's going to be the problem is getting it off the ground. I don't even know what the best way to hold this, to be honest. Probably too low right here. One, two. And now the trick is getting it off of me. Not so heavy, but I am pinned. Yeah. Blah. All right. Yeah, see, this is just dumb. Yeah. I can only do that 45-pound plates because I can't roll. My legs are too big. I can't roll it onto my legs. Okay, so I know that this glute bridge is one-legged, and that was a struggle to even try to do it that way. I don't know what I was doing. Why does it say I did two? I didn't do two. All right, so I did hollow body hold for 45. What is it? Oh, hollow body hold. I'll say half my body weight. Sure. Which is what, 90 pounds. And we'll say I did 60 seconds. And then we'll go here. And this is, I did not do that. So let's, thing is, you can't delete like that one. You can only delete all of them. Go like that. And then I did pistol squat. Did 15. And then I did hollow body hold, which I didn't really even put on here, I don't think. Oh, Alter Superman extend. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Hollow body hold. I did it. Okay, so anyway, pistol squat I did, and now I just did this thing, which is a glute bridge, which I didn't actually add. What am I doing? Glute. Oops. Glute. Barbell glute bridge. Sure. Add it, because that's what I did. They put the bar. Gosh, see, because you got to put that bar on you. How do you even get a 45-pound bar? I mean, I guess you could. I guess I could try to use the bar like that. I don't know. Whatever it is, the way I did it didn't work. So 95, 15. And it really wasn't 95. It was more like 47.5. 15 times. Because each leg. I got to split it up by each leg. Well, no, that's not true. I double it up. Never mind. It is 95. I always go full bar. I did that wrong. Okay. All right. Okay, so machine inverted row. So you can see that they're doing archer rows right now. Now archer rows are just like as it shows on the image. You're pulling out one arm. You're basically pulling up into one arm and the other arm just goes out. I'm not great at those. I can do them, but it's more like I have one arm that's kind of bent. I haven't gotten to where I can do a full-on archer out. Now, again, they're called archer body rows. You don't have to do archer rows. If you can't do an archer row, just do a regular row. If you can go a little to the left and a little to the right, fine. That's better. It's a progression. But keep in mind you want to stay in that area. So it's not up this way. It's up, down. You try to go down as straight as you can, and then you center into it. So you're basically the whole time is staying on that arm. You're not shifting. It's not up, shift, over, down. It's straight into it, and this arm just goes out. Now, with archer rows, 3 to 8 is a good number because you have to do both arms. And so when you go out on one side, you go out to the other side, that's 1. So keep in mind, you're doing more. So even if you're doing 8, you're actually doing 16 reps and you're going to get tired, and your grip's going to be working, especially if you're working with rings like here. You can't really do an easy archer row. Um, if you have a barbell, you can do an archer row, I suppose. You just have to do a really wide grip and then pull, and just kind of keep pulling this way, pull that way, pull that way, pull that way. But with a ring, you actually have to push the rings out each time because you're going to be full length and you're going to push ring out. I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty. Archer rows. Move this out of the way. Right. You see I'm not getting terribly winded, and that's because, well, I'm not terribly winded. So that's what happens when you're doing these test workout weeks, and they take a long time. 8 exercises takes me an hour. That's silly. Well, it's not. I mean, 8 exercises take an hour is not that much, but if you do 8 sets takes an hour. I guess that's what's weird. You see, I have these. These are my bands. I put these underneath this because these make a really loud screech, kind of a screeching sound when the bands are touching this, just because they're rubbing on the bar. And apparently, it really makes a lot of noise upstairs, which is weird. It echoes through the floor, and you can hear like, but the rubber kind of kills that, and you can't hear them at all. It's kind of like a. So I've been using my bands as sound deadeners. All right, so let's go. Easy 3 to 8, right? Again, I did back yesterday, so I'm giving you my excuses early. So if I can't do these at all, it's because of that. So if I wanted to cheat, I could put my legs underneath you like this, and then I could easily do this because my legs would be lifting. Actually, I will say this though. Um, Archers are hard. I can do archer push-ups way easier than archer pull-ups or rows. So I did 5, but they were really bad 5. I could tell I wasn't all the way up. I wasn't getting a full range. I was just trying to basically using that as an opportunity to learn the form. Now, there are better ways to do archer push-ups if I want to progress. If I want to get better at them and doing just them, I could raise my rings. I'm at maximum drop right now, which makes it for the hardest level. Now I can do regular rows at that, but if I want to get to the point where I can do archers, I may want to consider bringing these puppies up a bit. Let's see how many I can do. I'm going to do these, even though I just did one, but I want to do another one. I want to see how far I can go. If I can get to... This is as best I can do. I can raise it more, but I have to do some extra finagling to do it. Like I could pull this one down, I think. Yeah, I could pull this one down to about the same height and it would be even higher. But hopefully that's good enough. All right, so this will be a lot higher. I'm going to try and see if I can do archer rows at the higher level here. This is still not much. If I wanted to make it even easier, I could just put myself out here. Yeah. So I was able to do max 3 to 8. I did 8 at the much higher progression. So I wouldn't even call that a 140. So to give you an idea, I have kind of weighed what my resistance is on these. So for an archer, machine inverted row, we'll call it. I don't have archer rows on here. I should probably add them, but for now, we'll just say what I did, 140, and I did 5. But I can give you an idea of what my actual weight is. Watch. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I bought this little gadget. This is a luggage scale. You can weigh your luggage. It has a max weight of like 110 pounds, I think. Yeah, 110 pounds. So you can weigh a lot of times your resistances. So the way this is going to work, so I got to bring this up to that level. Let's see if I can do this here. It only goes so far. All right, so I'm going to put this here. And then take this one, and it's kind of a pain because I'm getting into that near max range here. Oh, am I actually somehow cycling? Because I'm not somehow, I thought I was pinching both sides, but I might not be. I thought I was, all I'm doing is moving the scale. I didn't realize that. This is not going to work. All right, so if I want this to go up, I'm going to have to, figure out how to shorten one side enough. This goes up high enough. Because see, all I'm doing is moving it around in circles. That's not, that's not going to work. I need to find the position that actually moves both parts. I don't know if I can. Is this going to shrink? Is there any way to shrink this past halfway? It might be the problem. I'm past its maximum point. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can fix this. See, how can I do this? I feel like there should be a way to do this, but maybe not. So the most I could do is halfway, huh? That's it. That's my max. Unless I can figure out a way. What if I took them both up? That worked. Okay. it's, it's a geometry thing, I think. Okay, so if I want to measure my weight on this puppy, you now have this level. So now I'm going to grab these two items. And the way that you check the weight is you zero this puppy out. And he says 0 pounds now. And I grab both of these and I lean back. And nope, I did not set the scale 0 right. Nope, 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 go away. Okay, let's see if I try that again. Here we go. Okay, so at this point, I'm holding about 57 pounds on the left side, and it's locked, so I can't change it. So 57 pounds. So if I'm doing at this angle, my total weight is about 114 pounds. Now I've been doing 140, so all the way down on the ground, straight down, is 140. Doing it at that angle is 57. Or it's 114. So it's about, I've just taken off about, what is it, 126 pounds. So, took off 26 pounds off when I do the higher angle like that. So there's your progressions. It is quite a bit less to go higher. Now, if you're doing a singular arm, I'm going to try it one more time here. And, oops, picked it up. Now this is going to be interesting if I can do this here. All right, so now we grab it, and I'm just going to do this. Okay, so at that angle, just pulling on that one arm straight up, that's 150 pounds. So that's 75 pounds for that arm, so it's 150 pounds. So when I pull straight up on this arm, I'm doing a 150 pound row. That's getting up there, and that's why it's a lot more difficult, and this is why doing archer rows are way more challenging. So basically this side read 75. So it's the equivalent if both arms do it once, you've lifted 150 pounds. So you're doing basically the same plan. It's 10 pounds more to do an archer row at this angle than it is to do a straight row all the way down. It's only 140 pounds because I only get to about 70 on this thing when I'm all the way down doing a regular row. And also, if you figure that that increase at 75 from 57 is about, what is it, about 26, it's a 114 to 150, so you're talking about 36-pound increase. If it's roughly the same, 36-pound increase overall would have you doing, if an archer row all the way down is going to be closer to 200 pounds. And I don't even know for sure if this thing would like that weight because I can only do 110, so it might be really close. I don't even know if I can do a full archer row over there. But there you go. This little puppy is actually really nice for getting an idea of what you're actually lifting. So when you want to log, so now I know I can say if I'm doing an archer row at 5, whatever I've got this set at. If I'm doing an archer row set at this height, I'm doing 75 pounds, or 75 pounds per arm, 150 pounds, which is 10 pounds more than I was doing on full body row. And it also means I'm really close to being able to do an archer row oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. I was gonna say it's close to doing an archer row at the bottom. That's not, because that adds on 30 pounds, so, or 26 pounds, just dropping to the bottom. So I probably couldn't quite do an archer row down there. That's probably why I was having so much trouble doing it. It's very heavy. All right, so that was a good chunk of wasted time, but it's a good thing to example for you. All right. Where was I? I did archer rows. Now I'm going to do side-to-side push-ups, which are archer push-ups. Archer push-ups are, the only difference is side-to-side is basically, I find I like archer versions better, to be honest. Now I have no idea how to get this back to its normal positioning because I have totally messed up how I had it. I was hoping only moving one would be enough, but it was not. I've got this all messed up. Oh, I see it. I think this will work. There we go. Okay. All right. Great. Now, archer push-ups, again, this is, I don't know, I think it's 8 to 15 again. They're all 8 to 15 for some bizarre reason. 3 to 8, oh my gosh. Well, okay, so it's 8 to 15 when you're doing regular push-ups. Archers, I guess, are harder. Um, I'm not going to add weight. Archers are pretty challenging. Again, you're trying to keep your weight all on one side as long as you can. And then when you're up, you're in the center, but you go straight to that side. 3 to 8. Here we go. There we go. 8. Not too bad. I might could have probably done 10, but that's all right. It's test week. Let's get out of this zone. Move on to the next thing. So we'll say I did, that was 150 5 times. I'm going to go back here and go weighted push-up. Now push-ups are a little bit more challenging because you need a pressure plate, not a pull, not a weight lift. Um, well, actually, let's try it. I'm curious. I got an idea. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I am an experimentator. I am always wanting to see if I can come up with something kind of interesting. If I can get the weights, it's always nice to know what you're lifting. All right, so here we go again. That should be pretty close, right? Might be a little on the high side. Can I go a little lower? This might be too much, so we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, so again, this thing is 110 pounds, so if you ever feel like you're close to putting max pressure on it, I wouldn't recommend doing this. Now, I won't be able to see the number, but my goal is to try to get down to that position and wait till it locks. That's all I can really do. So, first things first, turn it on, hopefully not drop it off, and then, see, I don't know if I can get my hand on there. Nope. Nope, messed it up. See, the thing is, I'm putting all my weight based on my, I wonder if I do it this way. That might work. Let's try it. Okay. It's too unstable. I can't do it. I have no way to, because I'd be basically putting my hand on it in a totally awkward way, which would not work well. I don't have a way to test it. Okay, that there's no balanced way to put pressure on this. I'll try one more time. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Just see if I can maybe deal with it. If my fingers are strong enough. 50. So that's me in an up position. It's only 100 pounds. But it's a little misleading Because it's not until you're down position that's going to go up because you're going to be lower and more your body weight's going to be on the scale. So the hard part is when you're down. But I couldn't. So I do know that I've weighed myself and done a push-up on a soft ground, and it's about 135 pounds. Now, obviously, if you're shifting left or right, it's going to be more. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, you could do a scale push, and I've done that, and that kind of comes out close. I think I've measured that. So this doesn't really work for push-ups because of the way it's set up, but it would work for. You can't tell, in other words, how much your scale's going to. Well, I'm totally off the camera. How much your scale's going to affect it. All right, so we're going to do hollow body hold. Last thing. Today's workout is a mess. It's Friday though. Let's have a messy Friday. I did weighted push-ups. We'll stick with 135. Actually, I usually go up to like 15 because I feel like archers are harder, but I only did 8. And then we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go Alt Superman Extended Crunch. I don't know. Extend Alt. Yeah, see, I don't know. That's weird. Did I even put in a ab roller full extension? Which was? Nah, I don't know. And this is just a long hold, another 80-second possibly. You're just doing the same thing we did with the bear hold or the hollow body hold. This is just an arch up, as he calls it. It's the same thing. Keep your abs down, your midsection down, and you lift your legs, tighten your glutes, tighten everything else. Lift your chest off the ground and hold it. And it is hard. This one's another one that you're holding for a long period of time. I have done these. I don't remember if I've done it for 80 seconds or not, but let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, this thing is not going to work. I mean, yeah, I got to lift up, but it's pretty close to the ground. Oh man, my abs are so sore. I did what do you call it? Ab roller the other day, and I did it instead of the much easier windshield wiper on the floor things they had me doing, and I was like, I'm gonna do this instead. Ab rollers are so much harder, especially when you're trying to do full extension without trying to keep your knees up off the ground as much as possible. Very hard. All right, here we go. Ready, set, go. That's all it is. Nothing to it. Just gotta keep your legs up, your arms up, keep them extended. Try not to keep your head. You want to stay in neutral position with your head, so chin tucked kind of thing. 80 seconds is what? Minute 20 seconds? Superman. About 30 seconds left. 10 seconds. Done. There you go, test week, all in one day. It's not much to it. It's really just a gauge to see how you're doing. Your ultimate goal, of course, is to get. It took me an hour to do 8 exercises, 8 sets. That's pretty bad, but it is Friday. Now, I did say I might try to do the first day of the next week. That's 16 exercises. But I got stuff to do. And this day has really gotten away from me now because it took so long on that. It's what time is it? 9, 10 o'clock? Yeah, look at that, 10:20. Day is cruising away. And now we're ready to move on to my next things. Hey, all right, so I gotta do my little advertisement. Hey, if you're into miniatures at all, painting them, collecting them, anything that's 3.5 inches or shorter. If you like to play the miniatures, war games, if you collect Hot Wheels, if you collect Lego minifigs, or even medals, we've got backer boards that you can hang your medals up on and put them inside of the cases, like running medals, that kind of thing, or any kind of medals for that matter. Most of them are pretty small. There are some giant ones, so not all of them fit. But ultimately, if you're into that kind of stuff and you like to collect them, display them, show them off, transport them to and from your gaming center, wherever it is you go play, check out the X Case and the Mage Cage. Go to YouTube and Instagram, look up Active Minds Games. That's a Minds with an S in the middle. Go check them out. There's videos, there's pictures. We do sell. We have mage cages. We have the magnetic and the metal bases and the flex iron that you would use to attach your minis to the magnets. We do have them available at AMG Direct, and if you're interested in those, go pick some up. We do have a Kickstarter plan to get more X cases in stock because we're pretty low on those, if not out. I think we're out of most of them. But if you want to be part of that Kickstarter, where we're going to not only make more clear units, more X cases in general, and a bigger unit, as well as some cool inserts for holding the paints, making them removable from your case, because you can hold paints in there. Great for paints. My whole paint station is set up with my bottles of miniatures paints in them, and then we're going to have some drawers that'll hold tokens and dice and all the other stuff, and some configurable shelving so you can put minis at different levels and take advantage of the case's full interior as well as better display setups. If you want to check those out, if you want to be part of that Kickstarter, follow us on Facebook, same name, Active Minds Games. Follow us there. Leave comments, please, on any of the 3 social media spots. Go there, check them out, and let us know what you think. And hopefully we can get that launched as soon as we reach 800 followers. 800 followers on Facebook. Yes, Facebook. That's when we're going to announce the Kickstarter date. And then hopefully within a couple months from that point, we will launch it, succeed with your help, and get those into production so we can start getting those out to everybody in the next couple of years. Years. I hate to say years, but it does take that time to get all the way through. So the sooner we can get that 800 number on Facebook, the sooner we can launch the Kickstarter, and sooner we can get that production started. Till next time, stay fit, stay healthy.